Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing this Halloween Twiggy look today. It's not just for Halloween. If you just want a cool 60s look, this will probably do well for that too. But I've never really done a Twiggy look. I have a 60s look, but it's kind of similar but not as detailed as this one's going to be. So I haven't practiced at all, so I'm curious to see what it's going to look like. Yeah, so I've already got the foundation and concealer on, all that stuff. I'm going to put on some of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance on my eyelids, and also underneath the eye, because we're going to be putting some eyeliner as like little lashes underneath. So that'll be fun. Alright, so now this step is optional. You can just leave like your eyelid pretty much blank, no eyeshadow at all, and just put the liner on top of it. But I'm going to just add some eyeshadow just to give a little extra oomph to it. I'm going to be using this Benefit Creaseless Cream Shadow in Honey Bunny. I've used this before, and it's just a really nice nude color. They seem to use this a lot back in the day. Like I know in the 50s and 60s and stuff, they seem to use like cream eyeshadows a lot more than we do, so just kind of gives a similar look. And I'm just gonna apply this lightly over the whole eyelid area. And it does say it's creaseless, but you really still need a primer underneath it because it's not 100% creaseless. Okay, so once you've got that on there, I'm just going to take a highlight color. I'm using my favorite Bare Escentuals Soul, just a really nice kind of pearlescent vanilla color. And you really only need a little bit of this just to give a little extra highlight, just to that highest point of the eyebrow. I think this look will be awesome for Halloween for a lot of people, because I feel like I don't think I'm the only one that's like chopped all their hair off recently. I think I've been noticing a lot of people doing it, and so I think it'll be cool because Twiggy obviously had short hair most of her career and when she was really popular, so this will work really good I think for some people. And even if you don't have short hair, you can put your hair up in a tight bun or something like that. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for eyeshadow. Really simple. Now for the liner. This is where it gets a little bit more tricky, but still fun. We can do this. I'm like trying to psych myself into it. Okay, I have to figure out what brush I want to use. So what I've done is gotten a little Tupperware lid and put some water in it because I'm going to be getting my brush wet. And I also am just going to be using my MAC Typographic, which is a matte black eyeshadow. You can use a gel liner if you're a little more brave. I would recommend either the Bobbi Brown, I have this in black ink, or the MAC Fluid Line in Black Track. One of those would work good if you want like really dramatic like liner in your crease. So I just get the brush a little bit wet and dip it into the black and just kind of make a little kind of a paste in it. You don't want it to be runny, but then you don't want it to be like crumbly either, so kind of right in between. Okay, here we go. So the way that she has it is almost always she has it pretty far into the inner corner of the eye, and then she brings it like a little bit above the crease, and then actually it doesn't, instead of going up and out, it actually goes down. So it basically just follows like her crease, which is interesting. It gives that kind of like tired and like, I don't know what you'd call it, but it kind of makes your eyes look more tired. So, but that's the style. I don't know what the term of it is, but so I'm just going to try to do that, I guess. You can kind of draw it like little strokes, or you can just like go for it and just do one big line. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's see here. So I'm just starting in the middle here. I'm still kind of taking it in those strokes. I guess that'll have to work. We'll see how that turns out. Alright, so it took me probably a good 10 minutes to get this as even as I wanted it. It's still a little bit like, I don't know, I think it probably turns out different every time you do it, unless you've done it like 100 times and then you can get it right the first time. But this is kind of just the shape that I came up with, and you can pretty much do whatever you want, I guess. Like shape-wise, I mean, how long you want it to be, how thin, how, like, all that kind of stuff is kind of optional. So this is what I did, and I'm just gonna add everything else, and hopefully it looks all good when it's done. So next I'm just gonna be doing the eyeliner on the top lash line. Just gonna use that Bobbi Brown gel liner that I talked about. And I am using a different brush for this, just it's the Bare Escentuals eyeliner brush, which is just a thin, like, pointed brush. It's cool. And she does extend it like out, like this way. And I guess is what you could say. I'm gonna try to do that too. Of course I can't see what I'm doing, but. After doing that crease, this feels so much easier. She actually has something to go by. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add another, like, kind of lash line, if you will, right here. And make this one pretty long. Okay, so I made it pretty, like, tapered so it's thinner on the outer part. And I'm just gonna make some more. And these ones can be a lot shorter. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing, but I went in and removed a bunch of that stuff in the crease because it was way too much. So now I'm just evening it out from that point on. Hopefully you don't have to do this. You can learn from my mistake. So now I'm actually just using the liner because I feel like it actually works better with the little brush. So yeah. So this is definitely more of the shape that she has going on. Okay, so that's gonna be it. I'm gonna clean it up and then add just that same color that I used before, just pretend that I never messed it up. Okay, so I'm basically now just gonna apply some blush. I'm using a very neutral color. It's NARS Madly. Looks like this, and I'll actually just show you how I'm gonna do that too. So I'm basically Just gonna apply it kind of underneath the cheekbone. Okay, and then for the lips, I'm going to use the MAC Subculture lip liner. Just any neutral lip liner will be fine. And then I'm just going to use a nude lipstick. This is MAC Creme de Nude. And you can use something a little bit more orangey if you're more warm toned, that'll be fine. So I'm just gonna do that. And then for the lashes, well, eyebrows, I'm just gonna set, not even filament or anything. And then the lashes, she oftentimes wore false lashes, but I think a lot of times she also just had a lot of mascara on. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna use a really good curling mascara, and this is the Urban Decay Lush Lash Mascara. It's really, like, I've never used a mascara that curls my lashes as well as this. So I'm just gonna add a lot of mascara on the top lashes and then some on the bottom as well, and then I will show you the finished look.